We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
In the block.
See the clip Reggie sent.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Should be funny as a monkey. It was in his mind. He want Reggie to be all of a sudden part of the damn murder. So
Yeah.
you can't
Oh,
make no
damn.
nigga part of no murder that wasn't there.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna definitely play Reggie clip too, because that's gonna debunk a lot of shit. Just that clip alone.
Yeah, you can't make that man part of that. How?
Yeah, Reggie debunked out of that in his clip. But it's funny at this point. This just like
Man,
like
Reggie got all kind of recordings over there. He even got the recordings over there when he was sucking my dick when I had his rights. He got all that shit.
Oh, hell no.
I just don't say nothing, bro. When I had the rights, he got the recording with Suge, me, the attorneys on the phone, everything. I just don't say.
Yeah, you do sound like you got a little dementia going on.
I think he lies so much he forget.
Yup, that part too.
Yup. Now I ain't gonna he's finna let the two go now.
Yep, that's what he said. He about to let, and that's gonna make him look kind of crazy, because that's why I want Reggie in here, because he didn't really touch on a lot of shit that I want to add. Like, he talking about Pac was his best friend and shit. What do you mean by that?
He said, you know what?
Say Pac was his best friend.
Out of here. You the reason why he dead. You held him catch some bullets. That ain't the first time he threw it in front of a gun though. He did it before.
There you go,
damn.
my dog.
Reggie.
Yeah, poor Reg up. He down there somewhere. I gotta lay back and wait till he pissed Reg off. Reg got all kinds
Edge
of
been
shit
being
over
light on him though too, huh, Wack? He been chilling.
Yeah, cause Reg asked me and Reg get into it all the time. Reg really don't want to get him.
Right.
He be making Reg get him. If it was up to me, we'd have been towards.
If it wasn't for this video, I don't think Reg would even spoke on it no more. But he trying to, like you said, he trying to say Reg got something to do with the murder, man.
Man, I don't even make sense. Reg wasn't even. Reg was
He was
somewhere
at the
else.
club, I think.
Yeah, Reg wasn't even there. He just wanted. But you got to remember, he's sitting back, and in the back of his head, he like, how could I get some get back? 1 minute. Now here go the thing. Pac died in 6.
Yeah.
Reg ran Death Row 97 about 02 or some shit. So, okay, you've been knowing all these years that Reg had something to do with Tupac, the murder of your best friend, as you say, quote unquote, and you was just good with it. That's what you're saying. Because all the shit you talking about, and I think what he tried to do was kind of like, I don't know, he didn't put no time frame on it. I ran into Keefe D, and it was told, Reg ass wasn't even there, Red's house. But, he be forgetting everything. Red's got all the shit. He had clear mind, clear head. There's too many interviews been done.
Yep.
And what the don't see Reg in the group of people stomping nobody out. Reg still be covering for the...
Still.
He still be covering. I watched the clip where Reg sat, talking about what the 60,000 was for. Yeah, it was attorney work drew up, but we both know what that 60,000 was for. We need to go get that paper, the court documents of what the Orlando said in Suge's court hearings.
Yeah, he kind of did. He kind of like, well, that part right there. He kind of said that the reason that he done it in the clip, he said the reason he done it was because Orlando was suing Tupac or something.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Reg know I know how it go. You can't show you paying for testimony, but you can show, right? This is to, damages or whatever for death row employees putting their hands on you, which we know would have been way more than 60,000.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they papered it. They papered it, and they wanted to show a paper trail. because Orlando would have probably took the money and not did what he's supposed to do. So, Red still be covering for it. He got a soft spot for it. He really don't.
He's
He
definitely
be
gonna be
going
one to
in
raw him out.
like 40%. Bro be going in like 40% on it. I be telling him, get to the Red. He just, for some reason, he won't.
I kind of get it. I kind of get it to a certain extent. Like it's just I guess he's so hard to a certain extent that it's probably just with him.
No, Red didn't accept it who he is.
Yeah, that part.
He been, what I'm saying? Like, he didn't accept who he is, but Reg ain't gonna let him just take shots at him, and he ain't gonna fire back.
He ain't gonna not defend himself. Now he ain't gonna just let you punch on him. Yeah.
But I sit back and wait, cause I know the shit Red's got over there. He got all kind of shit over there. All kind of shit he got. See, every time Suge was on the phone, somebody was on the three-way. I don't really think he realized that three-way nigga wasn't really his friend. He was recording everything. So every time he called me, whoever he called, they got it. Now Suge getting pissed off that individual. So what do? Get in contact with the opposing team. Everybody he eventually piss off. But let's run it up so you can hear Reg in the room. Let's hear what this talking about.
Keefy D, you know that he's saying that, Diddy, he put a hit out on you and Tupac, and that's the reason why Tupac got killed in Vegas. So, yeah, man. How you feel about that?
Well, first thing first. I mean, that conversation been out there. He put his truth out there. A lot of other people put their truth out there. Me personally, if it wasn't all the way out there, I wouldn't have no comment on it. But since it's there, I tell you this. When I first paroled back in the day, I used to keep a box at the Staples Center. So I'm at the Laker game, fucking with a bitch here and there, got some bitches with me. I step out for a little fresh air. I see Keefy D. Keefy D was spooked. First thing he told me was, it didn't have nothing to do with the killing of my homie Buntry. I responded to Keefy D and said, shit, if I thought that, I'd be on you already. He said, but I'm going to give you something that's real true, and I didn't want to tell you because we've been knowing each other, since we was kids. So Keefy D was like, look, I need the money. Puffy and them supposed to give me $1 million. They gave us most of the money, or half of the money. And that's how everything unraveled for is what happened in Vegas. At that time, I'm on parole. I look to the left, look to the right. The whole place is packed. So I'm like, I had to go take a piss. Let's have this conversation in the restroom. He was like, man, I ain't going in that restroom with you. And good thing he didn't, because even though we was friends, but it paid you to kill us. I got a bullet into my skull. And one of the best friends I had ever had in life is Pac. And he ain't here. I'm gonna beat the cock in that restroom. My blood was boiling. Somebody used to always say. But at the same time, I am an intelligent, wise man and a businessman. Since I can't do nothing to him, I might as well get him to answer some questions. So I doubled back on him and said, what you mean? He said, well, look, Puffy used to come to the hood. He said, you can ask James. Him and James always been good friends. James is the one who went through some things and been tampered with. but it's not about James getting tampered with. It's about the conversation Keefy D told me what he told James. Guess they baby mamas is best friends. So Rat James, when Keefy D said, he told Rat James that, look, it's big money in this. Only thing Puffy want to do is pay $1 million to have both of them killed. He told me that. He said it was, according to him, he said it was security that accepted money, participated in it, and it was so-called homies. So he laid it out to me in a way that
okay, let's stop right
he's
there.
spilling his guts to me.
Okay, let's stop right there, man.
Saying it wasn't just him. It wasn't just Puffy. He named names. He named people.
Get this right. That Orlando getting stomped out was all orchestrated prior to, and then the security, let them know where they was gonna be. Right? The same security who attempted to get in the car with Suge and Pac, but because of Pac telling them to drive somebody else's vehicle wasn't in there. Right? Don't nobody know when the Suge is coming, what route he going. Only thing they know is it's supposed to be coming, he gonna get there when he get there.
Yep.
That's a fact. Man, that's supposed to be somewhere 2 o'clock, man. Get there when he get there, bro. However he get there. So here could go in his head. You know what I'm saying? You know. Unless he talking about the street security. I don't know. Cause Suge has had leaks in his street security. I know. I've gotten calls. Wack, you in the way. What you talking about? Y'all whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I'm looking at y'all. And we figured out later on it was one of the street guys that was leaking back information. It could have been street security. I don't know. But I very seriously doubt it. Because from what we heard, this hunting and between Club 662 and the Strip is where they was bouncing back from looking for the vehicle. All right, let's keep rolling.
Hold on, one more thing before we start, because I wanted to stop it. When did that true about the Keefy D and Mob James situation? Like Keefy D told James about the shit that's true about the
I don't know.
Let me just say some things. How y'all doing over here?
What's up, Reg?
Hey, what up, guys? So, Suge is a liar, y'all, and he just got some dementia going on. But Suge, number one, if he got all that information, then okay, anybody know, y'all can look up when New Jersey, because Keefy D talked about seeing Suge at a basketball game, and he said it was when the Jersey Nets and Jason Kidd and them played. Y'all don't remember that interview? It was on Arts Channel. And he said they saw each other, but he didn't say they talked. He just said they saw each other. But okay, who knows? Maybe Keefy just didn't want to talk about it. But even if this happens, so I think New Jersey and the Lakers was in the championship game, I think 2000, 2001, something like that. Till 2002. And so Suge had a box up until 2002, 2003. So I'm not going to say that that's true or not. However, Suge got violated for probation in 2004, 2005, something like that. Went back to the prison. Guess who he called to come back and run his company for a year while he was on a violation?
Reggie Wright.
The guy that supposedly tried to have you killed. He gonna call another music company.
Is that when that's the Pool Rider situation?
Yeah, that's when he got violated. Yeah, when he did the 8 and 11 months.
The valet parking.
The valet parking lot.
Yeah, I was right there when that one happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was what, 2004, 2005?
Yep, that was around there.
Why would, if you got information that Reggie tried to kill you, let's say 2003. I don't know when the championship game was, but you're gonna call him back and say, "Man, I need you, man. You know, come run my company again for me. You know, but you ain't got to come up to the office. Just run it from a distance. I just need you to deal with the white folks." Okay, all right, but now he always want to say how he's Tupac best friend and Buntry. So Buntry didn't kill y'all. Buntry didn't get killed till April 2003. So he better not let me find out that game with the New Jersey Nets was in 2002. Because why even KPD would even bring that up? Because Buntry haven't even got killed yet.
Somebody look that up right now.
Hold on. Oh yeah, hold on.
New Jersey Nets and the Lakers in the NBA Finals. We all know it being June. So was it June 2003 or June 2002?
Chat said it was 02. That's confirmed that somebody don't say it different. They're saying it was 02.
Okay. So Buntry got killed April 2003. See, that's how when you just talking.
That is insane. That is insane, bro.
He just be saying shit. You remember I told
you know what? You know what, y'all?
This is crazy.
Let's look it up. Wait a minute. Let's look it up.
Look that
I'll be getting my dates wrong. Let's see when Buntry got killed. Alton
Buntry got killed
April the 3rd.
In 2000. I had an Escalade, I believe.
Yeah.
I want to say
it was a Denali. It was my Denali.
I had that might have been 03-ish.
It might have been 2002. I left.
I think you had that Benz. Did you have that?
Well, I had the Benz, but I bought Buntry the Denali, the black Denali, the GMC Denali.
Because I remember
he might have got killed. I don't know. He might have got killed 2002, April 2002.
Let's see. Hold on.
For some reason, I always thought.
What's that nigga's name? Alton.
The finals was definitely in 02. Buntry got killed April 3rd, 2002.
So it was 2002. So that'll make sense. Okay. So they could be talking about that.
What was the finals?
2000.
Yeah, 2002. So okay.
But the finals happens was it April?
The finals is like June.
The finals happened in June.
Yeah, the finals in June.
And
finals in June.
Keefe D, I don't believe Keefe D would even mention no Buntry to that.
Yeah, but okay, so the dates match up on that. But my thing is, even if all of that, you knowing this, you believe in all of this, then you're going to call Reggie back in 2004 to run your company. Okay, 2004. Me and Suge was together all of 2006, 2007, pushing up on stuff after he filed bankruptcy. Me and Suge was just on the phone up until I just stopped talking to him in March. But he Suge just do all of this when he gets upset, to weaponize and be like, okay, let me turn everybody.
Yeah, evil.
Let me turn everybody against him. Well, why they listen to his interviews? Why they doing this? Why they doing this? These are my stories. This is my shit. Okay, yeah, it is. I agree.
Yeah, but there's other people part of the story.
Tell the truth, but then once you bring somebody a part of your life, then you know what? But hey, I don't know where's the campaign going. I'm not a Snoop Dogg lover, but Snoop Dogg ain't had shit to do with that bullshit. Nothing. There was just some game banging shit that went down in Vegas. Who was the shooters? I don't know, but it was 4 of those in the car.
Yeah,
it was 4 of those.
Hey, look, what saved Snoop is Snoop keeping it real in New York. Of not wanting to be part of the shit. If Snoop never went on that radio and said what he said, ain't no telling where Snoop would have been that night.
Yeah. Well, correct. He would have been sitting in the back seat.
Yeah, ain't no telling what. That's what I'm saying. That saved Snoop.
Yeah, he would have been definitely. They were rolling like that, and they were rolling without their people. I'm talking about, like Big Sight, or the Dog Pound. All those dudes and all of that. They always talk about the Dog Pound said this and that. Snoop went to New York without the Dog Pound that week. Daz and Crow wasn't in New York with us that week, doing their own things.
What, Nate Dogg was the only one that went, huh? Did he? How you thinking about
Nate Dogg loved to party. Nate Dogg just went out there. Everybody from L.A. in the closest thing that I can bring to people to show how Tyson fights were in 95, 96, if anybody can think of All-Star Weekend in 2007. That's how the fight.
I definitely remember. Yo,
That's how Vegas used to look. 95 to 96 was,
that's
a lot of y'all.
that's when Jay-Z Lost One was out going crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
I remember that one.
So I don't know. I just hate
hey,
to
listen. We had a run-in. That's when Stutterbox, and he said, "Who is you? You here with him?" Stutterbox told that, "I'm with him, Loke." And Suge went to lean in. I say, "Suge, bag up, you gonna die." Just told you with me, bag up.
Yeah.
On my mama, listen, that over there and told, "Hey man, don't let them be behind us. They go hit the because we got into it with the." So we was out there. We got into it with all Dale Dog. We got into it with a bunch out there that all they put box Rolls Royce on flat, slicing tires, doing all kind of crazy ass shit.
But this is the main question that I want to ask you. So why you always saying Pac was your little brother and your best friend? But the statement that he said in his own words that y'all just played. Oh yeah, if it was Buntry, it would have been on right now. But since it's Pac was dead, you got glazed in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Why you didn't want to do nothing then?
And that's the thing, bro. Did the bullet lodge in his head, or did he get?
I mean, he caught some scrap.
That's what I figured.
Suge went to the hospital. Suge was out of that hospital about 4 a.m. Anybody
bullet lodge in the head, I ain't never seen
any bullets in your head, they're not going to let you out that quick. I don't think you're going to get an MRI. I don't even know if they were doing MRIs. I don't even know if they were doing MRIs or CAT scans back then. But you definitely ain't going to have an x-ray done back that quick. Y'all got to understand. Y'all be thinking of the technology that's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking 95, 96, y'all. We're not advanced as we were.
Right.
I mean, that we is right now. Man, we have came a long way with technology.
Man, that nigga you would have saw that in his head, bro. That nigga ain't had none of that. He ain't got none of that.
He got. Now, one thing about his head, he does heal it. He heals up well. Because I remember that nigga got busted upside the head by Greg the Barber. And his head was like a big old next day. I was like, damn, you ain't laying up in the house. Why you walking around letting people see your head like that?
I gotta bring Greg the Barber to that. I gotta bring that.
Man, I seen it a week or two later. It was down there. You couldn't even tell that something happened.
Let's keep it going, bang.
Saying it wasn't just Puffy. He named names. He named people. And usually when people name names the way he was naming names, I believed him. Because he wasn't talking just to be talking. I felt he was also coming straight because there was a big war behind that. A war that they lost. And I think it was a war that destroyed their neighborhood. So that's being said, I know what I know being there. I know what I know later on when people told lies or never told me the truth. I know that later on when I found out certain people was suspect in assassination of Tupac and attempted assassination on me. I know from conversations that if somebody was a suspect, one of the first things they should have did was told me. I know what Frank told me. I know what I had to go through to basically have the homies find Frank and pretty much kidnap Frank. I wouldn't use the word kidnap, but made Frank drive back to my house in Louisville just to have a conversation with me. I know that Frank also told me that the reason why he wasn't asking his phone or his walkie-talkie is because the head of security told him don't, and if he come back to the house, something's gonna happen to him. Beat up, maybe killed. So he said that's why he was avoiding this. I know when I talked to Frank, I was aggressive to get the truth. I know when I asked Frank why he didn't carry his gun, I asked Frank why he didn't tell us that he wasn't carrying his gun. I asked Frank, even you carrying your gun for your own protection, you definitely would need your firearm if you're doing security for Pac. And I know that Puffy got to be one nervous motherfucker right now. And it looks like it's going to be the trial of the century.
Stop it right there.
So now he goes into Puffy, but before that, we go into the security thing. Any of y'all really want to know, I don't want y'all to have to play it over here. But on Bomb First Today, it tells y'all what Frank told everybody in this book.
He got it. He going to go over it. He got it.
All right. So it tells y'all what he says there. And it also got some live audio of Frank telling who told him not to carry guns. And it was for the people that work in the club. It was never the bodyguards. But that has nothing to do with anything, because you think the homie's going to listen to that? There was 20 people following the entourage. Now, I know he's trying to talk about one of the homies saying K-Dub is the one that he's trying to say is the one that blocked him in or something like that. And now because he hates with Snoop, him and Snoop are tough, is why he catching the Suge Knight strays. Let me just say this for anybody. Puffy is nothing's happening to Puffy Combs. I can't stand Puffy. I don't have no relationship or anything with Puffy. So I can't even say I can't stand him because I don't know anything about Diddy. But nothing's happening to Diddy because what? Keefy D didn't already try to play those cards. They tried to set up Von Zip to talk about it. The money transaction and all that. It didn't work. Von Zip shrugged him off, told him to deal with his nephew. So Suge is just trying to get clicked. He's trying to piss people off. Well, unfortunately, nothing's happening to Diddy if he's responsible for that. But whatever God does to him or whatever happened to him on October the 3rd, for whatever he's accused with that bullshit case they got on him.
Trying to get into the security, the security breach or whatever. Like you told him to leave the gun and all.
We got audio. I don't know if y'all want to play that right now. It'd be the perfect lead into,
all right,
so people can actually hear it. But you can just start in what John started reading, and then what Frank started talking about.
All right, let me pull it up real quick. You can keep talking.
Hey, Reggie Wright, real quick.
Yes, sir.
In that Keefy D situation, was it ever confirmed that he wore a wire in that volunteer situation?
He did wear a wire.
He did.
He did wear a wire. He wore a wire, but Zip, to be honest, he was either not really trying to be in the game, or he was smart. I don't think he was being smart. I just think he was not trying not to be in the game because he threw him off to his nephew. I wouldn't throw you off to my nephew if I know you, trying to set niggas up. So I just take it as Von Zip, just like you come talk to me. Me and you, the worst thing somebody should ever do is talk about something that already happened. Why even talk about it? Why are we talking about this? That's what I would tell young people. If me and you ever did something together and we starting to talk about it, why are we talking about this? That's why I don't feel. People always say, "Well, you going to?" I don't have no problem talking about this Keefy D or Biggie stuff because I know I hate it had nothing to do with it. I hate that my name gets smutted like this. I know that I have some liability as far not having good enough security around Tupac, but y'all compare security.
Yeah, but that ain't. But see,
Thing.
you keep saying
Yeah.
that shit,
Yeah.
bro. This is the thing. You was already at a disadvantage because unless you were physically fucking there, these niggas was
Correct.
doing what they wanted to do.
Correct. That's true.
So if you
I
know
was
it,
just saying security
the
was different.
focal
Yeah.
point, Reg, is the club, and to make sure receiving these and how the night go is right, ain't no way you can be there and there. It's impossible.
Correct.
And this is the reason why Reg took to me so well. He realized, coming from law enforcement, right, having his own security company, he realized this little young nigga know how to move. Right?
Yeah.
He like, this nigga know how to move. This nigga don't drink. This nigga ain't doing no smoking. He ain't doing none of that shit. He ain't tripping. He know how to. Reg, you remember that night when that shit happened at the Court Museum, right?
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah,
that
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
made the mother chauffeur driver scoot over. You can't drive us right now.
Yeah.
Give me the keys. Cause I know what we going into. I know these are from death row. They know the setup of that back parking lot. This chauffeur ain't gonna be looking and paying attention to the pull up or what it could be. Right? Had enough time to double back, but Reg is one in person, and if Reg ain't there, Pac or Suge, I know for sure, they gonna do it how they want to do it. Hold on, wait, hey Suge, hold. We waiting on the people to come from back.
And once again, I'll still go back to the 94, 95 training versus where people move even in 2000, and then definitely the way people move in 2025. It just was different, y'all. And y'all seen Pac? How many times y'all done seen Pac out alone, by himself, or just him and a couple of, so it wasn't like they had people with them 24/7 and stuff. Y'all see him on pictures where just one or two people with him, or him by himself, riding in the car by himself and stuff. They don't do that now. They don't let no superstar like Tupac was riding in the car, driving himself by himself. Y'all not gonna see what? Who's big like that? Y'all ain't gonna see. I'll just say Charlie Wilson. So I just seen it. I ain't gonna see Charlie Wilson driving down the street by himself. But you did that back then. Y'all not gonna see Snoop rolling like that.
Ain't gonna happen
Today. It's not gonna happen.
When I pull up on Snoop, bro, this real shit. When I go to his compound over there, I gotta go through 1, 2, 3 security checks before I even get to this nigga. By the time I get to him, his guys is in there as well. You got the gate, you got the front office, and if you come through the back, through the green room, it's bringing you in that way. So they already know how many niggas with you, what car you in, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They see you coming. It takes about 10 to 12 minutes for me to actually get to Snoop from the time I pull in his compound.
And the guy, Al Giddens, that's running it for him now, is one of my guys. He was my security guy that I pretty much had training, and was my on-field supervisor at the time. All of my guys were still working for Snoop up until just recently, and Al is still the head of security over there.
Let's keep it moving, man.
I want to see if you saw it and if you had any response or any thoughts in regards to some of the stuff that he's saying, essentially about you and others.
Yeah, he mentioned my name. I know he was talking about me when he kept saying head of security. Oh man, I said I wasn't going to talk about Suge no more. I really don't want to talk about him, so I'm going to try to be as nice as I can. But he done make me gonna take off the gloves because he keep trying to insinuate that I had something to do with the murder of Tupac. And I know he's just doing this for fun because he said David Kenner. He said Snoop. He said me. He said Mob James. He just, everybody that he's mad at, I told y'all he weaponized and blamed for the murder of Tupac Shakur. And matter of fact, while we're on that subject, rest in peace and shout out to the family and prayers for the Shakur family. R.I.P. to Asada Shakur, who passed away this weekend over in Cuba. But anyway, we'll get back to the subject. Suge Knight officially, y'all, in my mind, has dementia. He has dementia. I know Gap Tooth and all of them over there cheering along. Said, I told y'all. Reggie, well, I'm going to touch on two subjects. I'm going to show y'all why I say he has dementia. And I'm not even going to belabor it too long. Y'all remember when he was doing collect calls, he said this?
You know, other thing is this. I never, ever gave Orlando Anderson $1 for me personally.
Okay. So now, yesterday on Art the Dialogue channel, he finally admits why he authorized the $60,000 payment to Orlando Anderson. He finally admits it. I told y'all while it was paid. I told y'all way back 3 years ago is why I said it. When I said this.
What y'all think about this? And I know this for a fact. Reggie, Suge, David Kenner was stupid enough to give Orlando Anderson $60,000 before he goes and testify. Before he goes testify? Really? Man, that paperwork, and that was attorney paperwork that got done. It wasn't like no bag of cash just handed to him. Nigga, that was done through the attorneys. And the agreement because they were suing Death Row for the assault and battery that took place on Orlando by all those Death Row employees. And so I know a lot of y'all be like, how y'all gonna give Tupac killer this? How y'all gonna get? Number one, because we was trying to save Suge from going to jail. And number two, because Death Row Records and his staff and Tupac Shakur was worth a lot more than $60,000 at that time. That was peanuts. That was a trip to New York to us. That was a watch.
All right, so he pretty much saying the same thing that I said the reason why. Told y'all that was the only reason and the only play for giving Orlando the $60,000. I know a lot of y'all don't agree with it, but that was the play. All right, so we're not gonna trip on that too much. But John Hyland, I need you to read, because who's ever putting stuff in his ear, just keep telling him that. And he kind of wanted to lie and say Frank told him, but told him this that night or that day when he came to the house in Vegas. He wanted to say it, but he wasn't for sure, so he couldn't go into it. But this is what he was trying to say. But if that was true that Frank told him that night, because I know Snitch No Joke and all them been telling him all these different things and all of that stuff. RJ Bonds, everybody that's been in his ear. Frank didn't start that narrative about the no guns until 2004. He don't know this. This is what Frank was saying in 98, 99, or whenever he wrote his book and what he told Suge at his house. John, read this for him, because I know a lot of you apparently have a hard time reading and understanding.
So in Frank's book, I'll put it up on the screen, but he says, my gun was in my car, a 2-seater parked on the other side of the hotel. And I knew I couldn't say, hey, Suge, Pac, why don't you wait up a minute while I go over there to my car? It wouldn't happen. Once we were rolling, we were rolling. There was no time to make a run.
So then also I catch a lot of heat because people always saying that I disarmed the people from carrying the gun and all of that. Well, listen to this audio. Well, Frank tells y'all who was the one that tell them that they couldn't carry the gun in the club. The person that Suge Knight hired to make sure they get this club permits and off the ground. His attorney, George Calise. Listen to this.
In this particular time when I got to Vegas the night before September 6th, on September 7th, we had a meeting at this attorney's office. And at this attorney's office, his name was George Clinesis, something like that. And we were told by him, this attorney, that we couldn't carry our guns and this and that, blah, 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 to the club that night. And it was three of us, like Michael Moore was one of them, myself, and Al Gittins, who is still with Snoop to this day, said, no, we carrying our guns. We're going to, we worked it out to where we were going to carry our guns, but we were going to have to leave them in our car while we were inside the club. Okay. And that's how my gun ended up in my car and not on my person that day. And I didn't have time to get my gun because my gun was on the other side of the valet where I had parked earlier that day. And when Pac and Suge was ready to go, they were ready to go. And I couldn't get to my car. I had a SL 500 also, at that time. And I couldn't get to it, so I didn't have it. And Pac, I was getting in the car with Pac and Suge. I literally had my hand on the back door, opening the back door. And Pac stopped me and turned and said, hey, Frank, here's the keys to Kadada's car. You go drive with the Outlaws so you could be our designated driver and drive us back after we leave the club.
These are the reasons why Suge keep blaming me for having something to do with the murder of Tupac. Oh, my God. The man has dementia. And then there's this story about, oh, yeah, well, good jab. Guess you jabbed back good, huh? You didn't like that story I told about Uncle Richard, huh? So now you're going to blame your mama for saying that I was kissing, tongue kissing and everything, your woman, after y'all leave the prison? But then you go and have a baby with her? You stayed with her up until about 2005, 2006? You bitch. Wait till I send her that audio. But guess what? Tomorrow, Monday, going to bring y'all. Guess what? Y'all make sure y'all tune in Bomb First 9 o'clock a.m. tomorrow morning, Monday morning, because I'm tired of Suge Knight. The audio of him talking about Tupac being in prison will be released.
What's up, Red? What's up, Red?
Hey.
Been good.
So anyway, I don't know. That's just my response to the no guns things. But just to recap, the no guns thing was mainly done for people working inside the club. It was never done for the bodyguards. And definitely the homies wasn't told not to carry any weapons. Not that they would have listened to me if I told them that anyway.
But yes, Frank just pretty much explained how he didn't have. I'm not speaking for the other ones, but speaking for himself. He basically just was running behind on some shit. Like he knew he couldn't get them to wait, so he just had to leave his shit because he didn't have it on his person.
Correct, because you're not gonna go inside of a casino with the guns.
Right.
I agree. You're not gonna do that. So that's why he had it in his car. But I'll be honest. If he had these guns, and the people that did have the guns, what happened to Tupac was still going to happen. The only thing that possibly could have happened better is that it was more shots would have been fired.
Yeah.
But for those that don't really know, and when the trial come out, y'all gonna find out that two people did chase him down, and they did shoot it, and their car got shot, and some ladies that was following or in the middle, their windshield of their van got shot out, and Keepy D in their car got shot. So there was, there were gunshots exchanged. Me as being a security guard company, I'm glad no one did get, in that chasing down or something like that. The 9 times out of 10, it would have been some old white lady walking out there casino or playing penny shots or something that would have got shot.
Been loud,
but
Yeah, Reggie, we had that content on here for a long time trying to figure out if that was actually a thing or not, because the police report goes against that. But obviously, we know by the police report, it doesn't say that it actually was a shootout between the two
There's something, I think even in the grand jury thing, they talk about the windshield of the young lady's
Yeah, the
car
witness,
getting
right?
shot. Yeah, the witness, yeah. Of course, Buntry and them didn't report that their gun got, that their car got.
Right.
So, but
Remember that car? That car was back in Compton the next day, right?
which one? The white Cadillac or the black one?
The white Cadillac.
The white Cadillac. It was actually rented at a spot in Lakewood that they found out. Y'all gonna learn. There was some balls dropped on that. But they found the rental car at an Enterprise rental car in Lakewood. But a cop went and saw it and all that.
Yeah.
He didn't impound it. And then when he went back, Enterprise, they got rid of it.
And that wasn't the one that they were saying was allegedly in Keefe D's backyard, right? Somewhere?
No,
That was
that's on the Biggie stuff. You mixing up situation.
Gotcha.
That was on the Biggie stuff.
Yep.
Which, yeah. Yeah, the Impala is the Biggie stuff also.
You want to keep the Suge shit rolling?
Well, there's more allegations, but you got everything. Y'all got to remember, people over on my channel, they love, worship Tupac. And this audio that I dropped in and even Wack even warned me of that, of all people. He even warned me that, boy, you're going to alienate your audience if you drop that. And so I'm scared like a mug, but I hate that people take Suge's word as gospel. No, Suge do speak some truth. But Suge lately, for some reason, only like telling 60% truths and 40% lies. And most people don't know what the lies are, And my whole thing is, don't play like I'm your friend or you just loyal person when you're really a snake in disguise or a snake in the grass.
Talking about David Kenner, right?
Okay.
That's what he talked. That's the lawyer.
David Kenner just represented him. And the only reason he turned on David Kenner is because David Kenner, after he done filed a motion to try to get him out of prison and all of that stuff with inadequate counsels and all of that. And he lost. And he lost the motion. And ever since then, now when you lose a motion, now he's won. But if you believe all of this, how would you deal with people that you believe has stuff to do with this? Or what type of person are you? I guess y'all could say, well, I believe in keeping your enemies close. Okay. Maybe. All right. Y'all want to say that's how she'll get.
Not to run your whole security, though. That's crazy. Like, bring you back to run the whole security, though?
No, baby, it wasn't just security. It wasn't just security. I ran the company, his bitches, his mama.
Run the whole operation. Okay.
I mean, you didn't get nothing done from Death Row Records without Reggie being saying, okay, make that happen. Even when Suge was home, Suge be like, all right, holler at Reg.
So there's no way, like, he could feel like you had something to do with his attempted assassination, his alleged best friend's assassination, and then bring you back. So yeah, that don't make sense.
That's my point. Now, if he just started feeling this way, if he just said, I just learned all of this in March of 2025, then he has no argument. If, he said, man, I just heard all of this in March of 2025. Suge has been saying this. He every time me and him get mad at each other, this is his go-to card. Whenever he's mad at Snoop, this is go-to card. He supposedly heard all of this about Snoop. Don't y'all remember the audio? Snoop tells where him and Suge met and they supposed to made up in like 2013, 2014?
Yeah.
Who goes and do all of that? You killed my little brother, my homeboy, but fuck that, you tried to kill me. I almost died.
That's another thing. I want two questions I got. He's saying that all right, he's saying that the lawyer about the we got him. I remember that from a long time ago. I forgot exactly where it came from. About the white guy came over the phone, over the radio. It
wasn't him. He just heard that from whoever's in his ears now. Yeah, that was a guy named Michael Moore. Moore that said that got him, or we got him, or something like that.
So is he talking about when he the lawyer that he talked that didn't have a radio and he found out that he went through the work that he had that David King?
And he brought up, that's what we talking about.
Okay,
but he brought it all and bringing all that up because I used to say, I started telling who all had radios, and I was like, ain't no you had a radio,
right?
Ain't no white guys had a radio. It was his homies and the security that was assigned to Tupac, the security that was assigned to Snoop, and me, and one at the studio that was like the dispatch or whatever. That's the only one that had. And this is what everybody forget. We had different frequencies. The homies couldn't talk to my security. My security couldn't talk to the homies. We had two different frequencies or two different bands. Me and Suge had the capability where I could talk to the homies and Suge could talk to security. So we had a radio, but it was only two radios done like that. Everybody else, my security radios only could talk to each other on those Nextels. Those Nextels, those Turk things had just came out in '95. And they were very, very expensive and they were hard to get approved for credit and all of that. Not saying they were Death Row couldn't have did it, but they were higher than just having a regular cell phone. Anybody know anything about cell phones?
Yeah, because we didn't really get them. The people didn't really start getting them ready to 2000, 1990s. The companies had them up.
The companies. Now you had radio, you had phones in 95, 96, 97. Well, you remember what they used to say? What you calling me for? It ain't 7 o'clock yet.
That's a fact.
It ain't 9 o'clock yet. Call me after 7. 45 cents a minute if you call during the peak hour. They used to call it peak hours and all peak hours or some shit. Yeah, man, my phone bill back in the 90s was $3,000 to $4,000. I'm sorry.
So it used to be
most people had clones. 7 to 7. It used to be really 9 when it started. Then they dropped it to 7 in weekends.
Yep.
But we forget all of that. We forget about all of that because we live in an era now where we be on the phone all day, and we don't have those kind of bills. We still complain about shit. I complain right now about $400. I got like 5 people on my phone playing. It'd be like $400 or $500. But I'm telling you, my phone bill alone was $3,000 to $3,500 back then.
Hey Reggie, was there any truth to Pac and Suge getting the traffic ticket that night? Because they were saying something with some bicycle. Yeah.
They got pulled over. What happened was loud music. That's what you do. Riding down the strip. I'm trying to tell you, I got to wish I could build a picture of how it was on the strip with black folks. On a Tyson fight.
Look at this strip. Look like Times Square on a Friday night from 6 to 1 in the morning. That's what the strip look like.
And blacks, right? Black people from every rich nigga from every hood was there, And so you had that. So you had that, right? And so they had loud music, and so they started complaining about the loud music. But then Suge didn't have no tags on it because back then. Nobody wanted to put license plates on the car. And Suge, even though that BMW only had like 700 miles on it, because, Suge had to get the sounds and get the rims and all of that, they wanted to see the license plate. Suge got out of the car and opened the trunk and showed the cop the license plate. And he told him, all right, go ahead, move on. And so that's what happened.
So what's this my best friend? When did they become best? I know that they was tight, at the time that they knew each other, but I feel like a little bit longer to say that's my best friend.
Well, and that's a word, but I'll be honest. Suge and Pac had a special bond in 11 months. They developed a special close bond. Now, I mean, you say, well, how you had a bond? And you calling an audit on me just a month earlier and all of that.
Right.
Old business. I get it. I understand. But they had a bond. I'll be up here. They wasn't like Drake, like Suge and Snoop.
Right.
Everybody, they had their own connections or own entourages. Pac entourages was the homies. He had got rid of, his brother Mopreme. Suge got alienated all of them. He got rid of Mopreme on a snowball incident. He got rid of Kendrick. He got rid of Bo. It's a dude named Bo that was around with Big Sight. He got rid of all of them. He even got rid of Johnny J.
Damn.
So, but
he was got rid of. Johnny J was like
Johnny J
was moved out. I thought that. I didn't know.
Suge played all of them. He did things and manipulated where all of them were gone. Jasmine got mad at me for telling it. I want to tell that story. I'm waiting for her to say something. I got a juicy story about what he did to Yak mom. A juicy one that I won't tell. I'm just holding back. And it'll make everybody look at Pac, Yak, and Suge crazy. Like,
man, you got to put that stuff out there, man, because he ain't holding back on you.
I know, but everything ain't to be told. Because just like I'm scared tomorrow. I may tomorrow and have I got 150,000 subscribers. I may wake up tomorrow and have 100,000 subscribers. After I drop one, I won't drop tomorrow.
You know that.
That's how loyal people are to these people.
Yeah.
To Tupac, brother.
Yeah.
And that's my question. That's the question I'm asking tomorrow. Suge always say he take accountability for everything he ever did wrong. I want to ask y'all, tell me one thing he ever admitted. When you ever heard Suge Knight said he did something wrong?
Nothing.
He never. It's always his fault.
Yeah, never.
He points at everybody. Well, he did say, I'll be lying if I said, he did say one time, he said by bringing the police involved in the hip hop. So he said he did that wrong. That's the only time he ever said something. And that's just because he's going to throw a jab at me.
What wrong? The Pope, we talking about hiring you?
Because he broke, that's the only reason the nigga probably still
Nigga,
free.
that's the rightest shit he did. He wouldn't have did that. That road would have been over with.
Exactly. I know, but I'm just saying that's the only thing he ever said. That's the only time I ever heard him say he did something wrong. I have never ever in life heard him say he did anything wrong. I got some audio whack I ain't told you about that I'm thinking about giving to you or releasing and putting it out where, dog, you probably he forgot about it. Well, I got his attorney and the attorney admitting that you got his rights to a movie.
No, I just don't say a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I sit back and I let the little bozos talk.
Yeah.
And buy the lopes and whatever, but never around for nothing anyway.
Yeah.
I did a whole lot of shit went on.
I say he always trying to little brother, little boy Mac, or what's not the little boy, what's the word? Little brother, little homie Wack. I say technically he's your big homie because you got he got your rights.
I just don't even say nothing, bro.
Okay. I think that's gonna be the next audio I will release after I release. Because I got some audio that he talked about Buntry. Oh my God.
What?
Yes. Might start a war.
Oh nah, we need that.
Yeah, I know, but
you know what I'm saying? Bang just gave me Suge firing torpedoes, trying to cut a nigga throat, and Reds won't let the shit go.
I know.
Pop shooting that little pop pistol back.
Yeah.
So you said you're scared of, I get it, like losing the followers, but is that it? Like you just like.
Well, you gotta remember, I have 50 years of relationship with Suge.
Well, he doesn't seem to remember.
Yeah, well,
I know.
Oh yeah, you said dementia, right?
He says that shit, but you know that he said everybody else's name. Y'all have to guess when he's talking about me.
Nah, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's about you, and it's most of it about you and Wack at the end of the day.
That's
you
true.
Names, but
but he said their names. He don't say ours.
Yeah.
And so you got to kind of take that into consideration to why.
Because he's scared.
Yeah. And when you have somebody kind of, you don't want people scared. I'm just different. I'm just different. I've been
nothing that
don't
tell anybody we ain't got no reason here.
Oh, yeah, you know I ain't. I ain't scared like that.
Shit, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know I ain't scared like that.
Talking that crazy about Buntry? Crazy.
Man. But this, shit like that make us all look like bitches, you know? It really kind of make us all look like bitches.
No, it don't. See, this is the thing. And I always bump head with my New Yorkers. One individual ain't the whole state, ain't the whole city. That's one individual.
Thank you.
But it makes Death Row look like a bunch of...
Death Row is already looking like what it looked like.
That's true.
Let me go. It looked like... Let me hear shit, like, what you mean? Don't make Death Row look like nothing. Just make the they.
Well, you got other legacy going on. You know, this all. I pretty much got that in law enforcement. Yeah.
I mean, but you got to remember, your legacy in that is you can show that. You got record of when you ran Death Row.
Yeah.
It should be up or down.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I'm more proud of my time with E1 than I am with Death Row, to be honest, if I'm keeping it real.
No, but you got record of what you sold, what you ran. You got all that shit. It's a lot of shit you got. You got record of when you had to put that building in your name.
Yeah.
That's saving it right there.
Yeah. Reggie just ran the company, but Reggie ran that nigga life.
But then the nigga get up there and say, they went behind my back and he took his family to the yacht.
Yeah.
Nigga, come on, my nigga.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just add, this will be the last thing I'll just ask. Maybe that somebody can put this. I know a lot of people post y'all stuff. Just ask Mr. Knight. I'm over here with all three of my kids is over 30. Well, two of them, one of them not. Ask him if any of his kids is over 25 when the last time he talked to him.
Lord.
And I'll go on that note.
Well, he got the daughter. Well, he got all girls. All the boys.
The boys, they don't even talk to. And what type of people with that? I was gonna look, Lil Suge tell you he don't even talk to him. He mad at him over stealing some fan mail shit. Some money over fan mail. It's an interview with Lil Suge talk about it.
I think Lil Suge kind of know that it's another nigga out there that might be his daddy.
Yeah. You know I ain't gonna touch that.
What you mean?
You know I ain't gonna touch that. Once somebody claim you after 3 or 4 years old, that's daddy.
Okay, well, father, biological. There you go.
Peace. I'm gonna go watch some football. Y'all enjoy. Y'all ever need me? Wack, you know how to give me.
All right, cool.
All right, peace.
I know you trying to get
Appreciate you, Reggie. Salute.
Appreciate y'all. Keep up the good work.
All right, brother.
Bang, a lot of this shit, I just be sitting back letting these niggas talk. Letting these have these niggas, 90% of these, they ain't never heard of these in them days. When the wolves was in the street, when the money was in the street, when getting knocked down, when it was happening on the daily, when it was time to get it, I don't know what I ain't even seen none of these. A lot of these around my age. Never heard of them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, they go to YouTube and get a story and talk about it like they remember.
Wasn't even there.
Yeah, but I told y'all a long time ago when Suge started that prison little shit, I said he gonna run out of shit and he just gonna start making up shit.
Yeah.
Because he knows 98% of the people listening wasn't there. They wasn't around. They don't know.
His thing, he wanna say his shot at you. His main shot at you was you ain't no Pac, and another dumb shot he wanna say is you and Reggie gotta talk about him to get listeners or some shit. You talk everything, no matter what you say, is kind of shit.
No, I mean I ain't never met that. I don't know. It was in the penitentiary.
You said,
right?
Yeah.
But what I do know is what came out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what I do know. You know what I'm saying? So Reggie gonna release some shit. He been sitting on the shit. He didn't give a fuck that dude like that. That was business. That's all that was.
Best friend and shit. I don't believe it.
Best friend, my ass. The crazy part about it, Suge would always say, my best friend is always a woman. So if I say a nigga's my best friend, that's like me calling him a bitch. I'm telling you.
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, Suge on some other shit. Red said that he wasn't even gonna speak on Suge no more. And now Red about to drop a over car because he tried.
Man, that nigga got all kind of shit over there on that boy, bro. He don't be wanting to let go. All kind of shit. Man, listen, we know his truth and his vulnerabilities. He know we know.
Mm-hmm.
He know that. And my shit, I only bring the nigga up when he bring me up. I ain't built shit off talking about no shit. Death Row was at a decline, bro. Straight up. I never seen him put out a project. I seen him put out some shit called the New Mix, where he remixed some songs. That's it. No projects.
Right, you can't really say that that's your quote unquote claim to fame. That was just a good experience for you, huh? Like just a decent experience for you, but you can't really say that was your claim to fame.
Nah,
like you don't talk about that shit all the time.
Suge taught how to get around Beverly Hills. That's what he did teach you, because that's where he hung out at. That's a fact. Other than that, wasn't no meetings. Only meetings was some gang shit. Dale Dog, Tony Muhammad, Sylvester Stallone did what? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone? Yeah, Sylvester Stallone did come up there when he was fake trying to do Death Row films. Or some shit, but that nothing ever come to that. But other than that, we ran into people, but we ran into people as we ran into people.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no, he was blackballed out the game. He had cots, but he didn't know how to use them.
Right. And you always credit Reggie with your intro to the knowledge of the game, or the entertainment part. You always credit that to Reg.
Yeah, because Reg was there like 2 years before that nigga even came home. When I met him, I didn't come home till 99. So Reg was running shit.
He running out of content.
But the cold part about it is, you supposed to be a street nigga, and you want to implicate a nigga in the murder.
Crazy.
Huh.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Like in real time, like ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You want everybody to believe, and including law enforcement, that Reg has something to do with that murder. But that recording that I played, Reg just debunked pretty much everything in 9 minutes. That all of the shit that he was saying, cause he played him with his own, let him play his own voice back. Played his own voice back to him. Like he said, he finally admitted, because he denied that he paid Orlando the money, and he finally admitted to the shit.
One thing I will say is I watch people just whatever he say, they believe it. He can say like how Reg could play both of those, they'll just ignore it and believe it. It's crazy.
Yep, you ain't lying about that.
Think about it, bro. He wasn't trying to do no business with him before he left. He been gone since like 2015. Believe it or not, been 10 years. Right? Okay, he came home in like 02 or some shit. Something like that. So he was home 13 years before he caught this case. You show me what business he did outside of fucking up Petey Pablo career.
Shit, was Crooked Eye? Was that his
Never came out.
Never came out.
Damn, that's crazy.
And was that the left eye? Was it left eye corrupt?
Left eye left because he starved her. And for real. We tried to put the bitch on the boat and jump off. put a knife to the captain's throat when she got out the shower when she realized we was gone. And shit.
Easy.
This a fact.
So that was crazy, huh?
Tore up the goddamn the damn penthouse on Wilshire with a bat. We coming there breathing, sweating with a bat. She done bust up all the art off the walls every day. Ray J in the hallways, eyes big as a Siamese cat. We get up out of there. She done carved hate in her arm.
What?
Yeah, literally. We get her up out of there, take her to the yacht. We all get on there. Me, Suge, her, the captain. He say, "Baby, go freshen up. Wack gonna step out on the deck, have a conversation." So when she went down there, he told the captain to fire her up, take her up the coast, and bring her back in a day and a half.
What the?
We jump off in the Marina Del Rey. We jump off the boat. Get about 25 minutes out. Captain call. Mr. Knight, we have a problem. What's the problem? The young lady doesn't seem to agree with your plans. She has a butcher knife to my neck, telling me to take her back to the dock. She in the back talking crazy. Suge like, "Hey bro, get her up out of here, put her on the flight wherever she want to go." Flew her ass up out of there, nigga. Two weeks later, she was dead down there with Dr. CB, wherever she was at.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was in the studio. Realist was writing her music.
I remember Realist.
Realist stopped coming around because he like, "Hey bro, how you got me writing another music like a project coming out with my album been done and you ain't put the project out?"
You bought him on the app, right? The one that Chad bought on the app, right?
Girl.
Yeah.
He was writing her music. Then Realist stopped writing for her. It's when the Booyah tribe was down there.
Hey, Wack, they don't want to hear them stories, though. The ones you got, they don't want to hear those ones, huh?
Bro, I done got into a couple times out here, bro. You done told, "Hey, man, Wack tripping, hollered at him. You know how that nigga is, bro. I don't want to run into him. You know how he beat, man. You know how that nigga temper is." That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. Every nigga on my phone that violated you. Jimmy Henchman told you. He violated you. End up popping your ass out in the studio. I mean, in the club. Every nigga. Barber. Ja, like, come on, bro. Like, that shit is over with. Bro, I don't know if people understand. The last successful project this nigga had, it's been 28 years.
Was the last one? Was it? It wasn't.
I'm giving him Snoop Dogg. I'm gonna give him the Dog Father.
All right.
I give him that. That's what, 97, some shit like that.
Yep.
I give him that. 98, 27, 28 years. Ever since then, dude ain't, you know. The stories he telling now is from 95, 96, 97. You notice he can't elaborate on nothing in the 2000s.
Everything the 90s. I still, as much as you, like you said, he fired a missile, you gonna fire a missile and 17 grenades back. But I still feel like you kind of hold back on that a little bit too.
His baby mama, that's my homegirl. And you know, she every now and then she'll call me. Every now and then. Cause she told, "Hey, stop playing with Wack with your mama," cause you was in tears.
Yeah.
I watched that man. I gave him the directions of where to go do it at. So, you know, every now and then.
Yeah.
But I don't pay no mind because I like, bro, come on, when calling your phone, "Hey, bro, on the super low key, super low key. Can you get room at the Holiday Inn for a couple days?" I don't, look, how y'all see, I don't see like that. I didn't have my couch with their head down, nervous about shit. I be hearing these stories and I be like, I know a different, I don't see like that, bro. I didn't see when it was time to be that, you wasn't that. The world, they believe what they believe.
Yep.
My reality is a reality. is a mother reality. This house I'm in right now at this very moment, Suge just sat on that couch, stood on my balcony, let a nigga hold 5,000.
That's crazy, dog.
So I don't, it's different. I don't, I get the choke no jokes because it's new to y'all. This shit ain't new to us, bro. Bang, I could call you with real generals on the phone.
Oh, I know it.
And they'd be like, who? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
I know none of this shit don't impress you at all.
You know what I'm saying? Some real shit. There's a lot I can say. I just sit back and I watch it. It'd be funny as a mother, but the world needs something to talk about. Can you imagine what the rumors gonna be in 20 more years? Oh shit.
You think he gonna make it home?
I don't know. He's sick. He got that shit. So I don't know. I don't think he gonna be in one piece. He blind in one eye, 50% blurred in the other eye.
Something going on with his brain, obviously. Unless he just can't keep up with all the lies that he's telling too.
It's a whole lot of shit. Look, bang, watch this. This shit, man. Like the old talking crazy. That first time I only met him one time. He was with the church. Never identified himself as a gang member. But see what I just sent you? Yeah. That's him getting escorted out to party by the homies. I could, if I really want to embarrass, LB is Doc Geesey, the homie that killed the first Compton Crip. He did 42 years, 20 of that in the hole. It was his party. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
LB is Doc Geesey.
Don't even recognize him as a roof.
Look, Blood, you got to get up out of here. Escort him up out of there.
Don't even recognize him as a roof. Oh, that's close.
I just sit back. You know what I'm saying? These I told them, be like, Wack, don't pay that. We don't know that. When we catch him, why? Watch how we do it. And they do shit like that to him. I could have been put that. I just don't say nothing.
How with the internet, though, they act like that real spokesman.
Man, bro, this is the common sense. You would have heard somebody. Go listen to DJ Quick. You know how niggas know who Tony Lane is? Because they heard him in music. You can go back. Tony Lane came and you know what I'm saying? So certain names you gonna hear. You know what I mean? Heron, Puntry, all these names you gonna hear. You know what I'm saying? But I just sit back and let niggas talk and kill a nigga with success, man. I know these.
Hey, I know you knew that when you said that Jimmy Henchman story. I said, God damn, this shit word for word, because one of the niggas told me about it.
Bro, I'm in the middle of it. I'm in the middle. They coming to me. I got one on one side, other one on the other side. Literally.
Told the story the same way I heard the story.
I'm gonna give it to you play for play, cause it ain't second hand.
Right.
So.
And I want to say they told me the story like 10 years ago or some shit like that. So I was like, God damn.
Listen, bro, I know who was who wasn't. We know. You heard what Red said, any nigga has some money, any nigga who has some gangsta in him was out. Starter box to tell you. He be say, Wack, where was these at? He was out here playing ball. Playing ball money games, with the card game, your business was playing ball. If you was there, you was there.
If you ain't at least heard about it, that's it.
I don't even know these names, bro. I'll be like, who? How old are you? Oh, yeah, nigga, you must have been over there in the corner or something at the park. You wasn't even a hitter. Because we even knew who the hitters was, because we'd go bring them out to certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I done seen homies trip on Suge. Where Suge just standing there. And the homie damn near foaming out the mouth. Hot. call his name and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we like, you know, we see Suge ain't got no fire, and you're like, but all right, homie, calm down. Come on, man, let's walk. Right, let's walk till you know all this shit gonna go. So yeah, I didn't seen it, all that tough guy shit. Now, when it was time to play tough, on several occasions, you didn't.
Hit us with one tonight in Good Burger. Hit us with an exclusive.
My 30th birthday party, Suge shows up. He got some Armenians with him. My man Danger and them. They crossed the street. I rented a spot out on Wilshire Boulevard. I didn't know the time the feds was watching. This is where they get all them pictures from. They must have had somebody in there taking pictures and shit that's in that book. And Stutterbox in there, the homies is in there, Stacy Adams, all of them in there. And I guess Suge come to the door, but he came to the door on some Debo shit. My man Speedy, and he got a partner named Reza. Reza like a martial artist type. He like Persian, but he burnt out, real wiry type motherfucker. I know I hear my name being hollered loud, and Wack, Wack, Wack. I go to the front door. I get to the front door. Reza about 5'11", he about 170. He got Suge by his pressure point by his neck, poking him in his ribs, saying, "Hey, I hear you got a problem with my brother Wack. I'll kill y'all, beat your ass out here." Stutterbox standing behind me. He didn't pull out a Desert Eagle. He like, "Wack, what's going on?" I said, "Box is straight. Hold on, Reza, what's happening?" "I heard some shit, bro, and I'm asking this bitch if he got a problem with you." I say, "Reza, you see he coming to my birthday party, right?" "Yeah, but we don't know why he coming. Why you coming, huh, fat boy?" And I'm looking in Suge's eyes, right? And I can see this, I'm really kind of tripping. So Danger and them come across the street. Now, for those of y'all don't know, Armenians and Persians, they be beefing and shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't really be getting along. So he like, "Wack, Wack, what's going on?" Danger got an essay with him from like Rosita Thressay or something, or maybe a Armenians from a Mexican gang. I said, "Danger, it's all right. Suge, what are you talking about?" "I don't know what he talking about. I just come to pay you my respects. It's your birthday and this, that." And I'm looking at, I told myself on that date, I'm like, damn, then lost all his everything. He done lost it all, bro. Like, I seen the shit. We talking, what is that? 07. I turned 30 in 07. Right? So, it's so much, bro, if y'all do the math, Suge Knight arrested for beating a prostitute on Las Vegas Boulevard. Why you think he was beating the prostitute? For the money. He was trying to pimp to make money. If y'all think about all the shit that was going on, the signs is right in front of you. Like him is dealing with a prostitute, they in the suite already.
Yeah, you can tell. That's a fact.
If it's on Las Vegas Boulevard by the Palm Hotel, beating a prostitute, that's some shit. Bro, the lanes, Fig, where all them niggas was arrested at for pimping them Lamont. Suge was sleeping on the homeboy G-Down couch over there, bro. Nowhere to go. If you go look at that murder rap book, them pictures they got in that murder rap book is from inside my birthday. That's how I know the feds was in the party.
How long did you go in your head trying to picture, the pictures of the angles, trying to see who was in that area?
For a while, but the crazy part about it, you don't know, because the spot I rented is a Beverly Hills location on Wilshire. So I rented the whole club. Picture one of your clubs and it say, "Hey, we need the club the whole night. Ain't nothing in there but us, and we just need y'all staff." That's it. Well, like I said, with playing back then, we was playing like that.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
What's going down, YouTube? It's Clubhouse TV, back with another one, man, and you already know. I certainly appreciate y'all checking out the content, man. So we're going to get into this because this one right here is wild, as you heard. Suge Knight then jumped back out with another story, allegedly fake story, and this time he's pointing the finger at Reggie Wright, saying somehow Reggie has something to do with the unaliving of Tupac and attempted unaliving on Suge Knight. Now, see, this the type of history that don't sit right with me because first off, Reggie Wright has been talking on this for years. He done went on record multiple times saying he ain't have no involvement in Pac's unaliving. And if you look at the facts, Suge's story don't even add up, as you hear in the content. As you remember, Pac got hit in Vegas. Heavy presence on the strip right after Mike Tyson's fight. That wasn't no inside setup from Reggie. That was a street move, retaliation in the heat of the moment. Now, Reggie done straight up said when that car pulled up, he wasn't even in the mix. He wasn't the trigger man. He wasn't the shot caller, and he had no reason to line Pac up. Now, people forget Reggie was head of security at Death Row. If anything, his job was to keep Pac and Suge alive because they was the breadwinners. Now, why would he unalive the cash cow? That don't even make sense. Now, what this really sounds like is Suge trying to rewrite history from behind them walls. Suge got his own demons, his own regrets, and now he's throwing mud on Reggie because he can't stand the fact that Death Row fell apart after Pac died. Instead of owning up to the chaos and gang ties he brought into the label, he wants to blame somebody else. Now, Wack gonna tell you the truth. If you look at the street politics, the Southside Crips already had a problem with Pac after that MGM fight when he stomped Orlando Anderson out. Hours later, retaliation came, and that's what happened. It wasn't no plot by Reggie. It wasn't no inside job. It was gang retaliation. Straight up. So Reggie and Wack saying the same thing. Suge Knight needs to stop spinning tails. Pac's death was tragic, but the streets know what it was. Suge pointing at Reggie is just a distraction. Another way to avoid admitting that his own decisions and alliances put Pac in harm's way. Now that's the bottom line. Y'all let me think what y'all think about the content in the comments. You think Reggie has something to do with the unaliving and attempt unaliving on Suge Knight and Tupac? Or do you think Suge is trying to rewrite history behind them walls? Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I drop new content. Subscribe to the media team so you get that exclusive Wack 100 content. Any questions, suggestions, need me to advertise for you on my channel with over 44,000 subscribers, just get at me on IG and I'll get right back to you. As always, we certainly appreciate you checking us out here at Clubhouse TV, and you already know I'm off to the next one. Peace.